Um, well, I'm excited to be here, not for the reasons why, like we are all here currently with everything that's going on. I think it's really hard and really scary. So I want you all to just kind of settle into your mat. If you have a mat, great. If you have blocks, awesome. You don't need them. And I want you just to, if you can, turn off your phones, put them on silent, and just commit to being here in the space right now. And, just let everything else kind of fall by the wayside right now. I really wanted to bring yoga into the world for you all today as a way to really connect with yourself, but also, connect with other people. Whether we've got people here from Fort Collins or other places around the country, I would love for you to share where you're at right now. And if you are live, say hi, check in. If you are watching this on the replay, let me know that you're watching on the replay. And this, yoga is such a wonderful thing because it can connect all of us, but it's something that is so personal. Yoga practice is such a personal thing in that how you move and how you breathe. And I want you to just allow your body to move in the way it wants to move today. So if I cue something and your body's like, nope, that's not happening today, or it doesn't feel good, I want you to find something that feels really good today, that's really supportive and nurturing, and just don't worry about it. Like, obviously you're in your houses, maybe you're by yourself, maybe you're with a loved one, maybe you're with your kids, and I want you just to move and breathe with me and let everything out onto the mat today. Like, let it go. There's a lot of negativity and frustrations and sadness. Some of you are now unemployed because restaurants have closed or gyms have closed. I mean, my community of people is made up of service industry, having worked in service industry for 10 years, and now fitness. And I have a lot of friends who've had to close their studios. Restaurants are closed or limiting shifts, and that's really something that's really scary and uncertain. So I want you to take a couple of deep breaths, maybe take a really big breath in through your nose, and then open mouth, exhale, let it go. Now, of course, make sure you're not within 6 feet of anyone. If you are, just be careful, be mindful. But I'm glad you're all here today. So I want you to close your eyes, come to your mat, and maybe let's go ahead and lay on our back. So I will provide modifications throughout class today. I will cue chaturangas. If you are new to yoga, let me know if anyone is new to yoga. If you are new to yoga and you're like, what in the world is a chaturanga? I always joke, people are like, what's the chimichanga thing? Don't worry about doing it. I will demo it. And if you need to watch the demo the first couple rounds, then start with modifications. But also know that you can skip all chaturangas. Justine, if you don't want to do any chaturangas today, don't do them. And go from plank to down dog. So I really want this to be a way of connecting with your body today more than anything else, with your breath. So if you ever find yourself distracted, come back to your breath first and then move on in your practice. So go ahead and lay on your back. Find Shavasana and whatever form of Shavasana you want right now. So that can be knees bent, feet flat on the floor. That can be knees bent, knees knocked in. And then I want you to bring one hand just above your belly button. This is your solar plexus, your power center. And one hand to your heart. I want you to close your eyes if that feels good. And before we go anywhere, I want you just to notice your breath. What's the natural rhythm of your breath in this moment? How do you feel? How does it feel in your body? Is it short and shallow? What kind of energy are you holding in your body right now? Are you tight in your shoulders? Just start to pay attention and maybe start at the tip of your toes and do a body scan all the way up to the crown of your head just to check in with yourself. With everything that's going on, it's easy for us to be concerned about others, offering services for people who need a little extra help, whether it's kids, family, friends. If you're feeling stressed, maybe you've been clenching your jaw, so maybe take a couple of big like yawns, stretching your jaw, maybe just work to roll your shoulders back and down, shoulder blades pull to your spine. Once you are feeling grounded on your mat with the breath you have now, I want you to start to bring in your Ujjayi breath. This is your victorious breath. We breathe in Ujjayi with our lips sealed, breathing in and out through our nose with a slight constriction in the back of our throat. So the constriction is like we're fogging up a mirror, creating a sound like ocean waves. There should be texture. This will help you lengthen your breath. So if any point in time you feel like things get hard or you're distracted, come back to your Ujjayi breath, breathing in and out through your nose. Take a pause. Notice how the breath feels in your lungs as you pull it down through your lungs and into your diaphragm. Feel your belly rise with that hand right above your belly button, like you're inflating a balloon in your belly. I want you to imagine that you have somebody next to you. If you don't, I want you to breathe loud enough so that they would be able to hear you breathe. I have a quote today from one of my favorite books called Meditations from the Mat. And it reads, "Every time we stretch beyond our resistance and our fear, we make a choice for life. And every time we choose life, we find that fear loses its grip on us. We all know more than we think we do, and we are stronger than we believe ourselves to be. So by showing up today, you are choosing life, despite the fears and the resistance you're experiencing with everything going on. So choose life through practice. Choose life after this practice, today and tomorrow. And I want you to think of something you're grateful for right now. It's easy for us to focus on those fears and things that make us scared. But find at least one thing that you are grateful for. Maybe it's the roof over your head, the fact that you are healthy, your fridge full of food, your closet full of toilet paper, whatever it may be. Take that time to celebrate those things and practice gratitude throughout the practice today. On your next inhale, I want you to bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Maybe bring your nose up to your knees, curl into a tiny little ball. Flex and point your toes. Then inhale, reach your arms overhead, legs go long. Find the modification of a low boat here. We're not quite there yet. And then exhale, curl and round through your spine. Take two more at your pace. Reach, find length. Exhale, curl. Last one, inhale. Exhale, curl it in. Now keep your right knee in towards your chest. Let your left leg go long. Head relaxes to the mat. Hug your knee into your chest. Relax your toes. Slight tuck of your chin to keep your neck nice and long. And then on your next inhale, straighten your leg right up towards the sky. Grab behind your hamstring. And start to give yourself a pull. Maybe you're grabbing onto your ankle or calf. You can start to flex and point your toes. This is when I find out how tight my feet are, the tops of my feet. I can feel that big stretch. Just find movement here. And when you're ready, find stillness and start to pull a little deeper. Pulling your toes towards the wall behind you. Take a breath in and out. Bend your knee, bring it into your chest. Now grab the outside of your right knee, and I want you to pull your knee towards the left side, finding a gentle twist here. Right arm reaching out. You can gaze over your right shoulder. Just feel that twist starting in your low back. One more full breath in. Twist a little deeper if you can. Inhale, come back to center. Hug both knees into your chest. Give them a squeeze. Send right leg long. Left knee pulls in. Relax your toes. Give it a squeeze. Find that compression in your hip. Then inhale, straighten your leg. Grab behind your left hamstring. Start to point and flex. Maybe find circles. Again, anything that feels good. Notice if the side is tighter than the other. Keep breathing. Give it a big pull, toes pull back. It's also possible my AirPods might die here, so hopefully the mic will work fine on the computer and you'll be able to hear me. Big breath in, toes pull back. As you exhale, slowly release down. Now legs are long. Start to kind of shake out. Bend your knees. Let's find that twist. So bring the left leg back up, bend your knee, guide the knee towards the right side, find your twist. Supine twist, left arm out to the side, gaze over your left shoulder. Now you can pull down on your left knee gently to create a deeper twist. If that doesn't feel good, then don't do it. Inhale, come back to center. Hug your knees into your chest and start to find circles, rock side to side, low back massage here. And then start to rock and roll forward and backwards. The length of your spine, creating more momentum every time you come forward, and eventually you'll come into tabletop position. So in tabletop, our wrists are underneath our shoulders, fingers are spread wide. So energetically pull the crown of your head forward, tailbone pulling towards the back of the room. Find the length of your spine here. On your inhale, belly drops, gaze forward for cow pose. As you exhale, press into the mat, round your spine, tuck your hips for cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat pose. Now I want you to find any organic movement here. So you can press back to child's pose. Maybe you're taking big circles with your hip to get into your outer hip. I want you just to move. Close your eyes. Find the movement that feels best for you. Maybe you stay in child's pose and walk your fingertips forward. Let your body guide you today through the postures. Instead of you telling it what you think it might need, let your body tell you what it needs. Tune in. Find your breath. Take 3 more rounds of breath here. Maybe coming back into stillness. Once you're done with your third exhale, walk your hands forward about half a palm distance. Fingers spread wide. Curl your toes under. And as you exhale, lift your hips up and back for downward dog. Start to pedal out through your feet, knees bending. Good. Keep moving. Biceps frame your ears here, so really press your chest back towards your thighs. You can sway hips side to side. Again, just find movement that feels good. Maybe 3-legged dog, finding scorpion tail, bending your knee, shifting your foot to the opposite side. Do both sides if you find scorpion. Find stillness here in down dog. Ground through all 10 fingertips like you're palming a basketball, so active hands here. Flat back, bend into your knees a little if you need to create that flat back. Then on your next inhale, look forward, and as you exhale, travel to the top of your space, maybe a little baby steps, maybe one big step. Feet start about hips width distance here. If your low back is tight today, go wider in your feet. To get your head a little closer to the ground, you can bend into your knees as much as you need to. Maybe create a little shelf for your stomach here on your thighs. You can grab opposite elbows and sway. Maybe find twists, opening up one hand to the sky, other hands on the mat. Again, just start to move. Explore different shapes that maybe you've never been in. Take the alternate route today. If you usually go with one pattern of movement, switch it up. Do something new. Take one more full breath in. As you exhale, release your fingertips to the mat. Heel toe your feet to hips width distance. They're not already there. Keeping your fingertips on the mat or bringing your hands to your shins, find a flat back. So lifting your torso. Shoulders pull to the back of the room, spine, belly button to spine. So nice and flat, like you're trying to balance plates on your back. Full breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, extended mountain pose. As you exhale, hands to heart center. Pause here. Close your eyes. Find something you're grateful for. Repeat the same one. Notice if there's already been a shift in energy with the change and intention in your breath. On your next inhale, arms reach high. As you exhale, you're going to cactus your arms, so bend your elbows, lift your heart. Good, inhale, reach. As you exhale, you're going to forward fold. Keep a nice flat back. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, plant your hands on the mat, step back into plank. Drop down to your knees, elbows hug in, so shoulders and wrists in line. Elbows hug in, slowly lower all the way down to your belly. Slide right foot back, then left to lengthen out. Squeeze legs towards each other so you have one cobra tail. Bring your hands to the outside of your mat. We're going to do intimidation cobra. So on fingertips, press into the tops of your feet. On your inhale, press into your fingertips. Lift your chest off the mat. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. One more time, inhale, lift and hold. Engage through your core, lift from your back, full breath in. As you exhale, release. Bring hands back in line with your chest, curl toes under. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, press through plank or tabletop into down dog. Take a big breath in here. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel top of space. Maybe big toes touch this time, maybe you're a little bit closer. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, extended mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach high. As you exhale, cactus your arms, press your hips forward, ground through both feet. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step back, plank. Option here for chaturanga or go directly into down dog. So for your chaturanga, maybe first when you go from your knees, exhale, elbows hug in towards your rib cage. They don't have to touch. Lower all the way down. Flip to the tops of your feet. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Let it go on your exhale. Inhale your right leg high. As you exhale, knee to nose, round through your spine. Pull it in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lunge to your right foot. So if you need to, grab the back of your right calf. Bring it all the way through. First and foremost, make sure that your knee is directly over your ankle. I'm trying to adjust so I can be for IG more in line. So knee over ankle. So start to notice how your left hip flexor is feeling here. You want to straighten your front leg, coming into modified pyramid to check in with your hamstring, you can. If you have blocks with you, this is a great time to grab them. Again, if you don't, it's not a big deal. Take one more breath in. As you exhale, drop your back knee, and inhale, low crescent. So gaze is forward, your hips squaring out, so pull your right hip back as you press your left hip forward. Feet are about hips width distance. So on narrow train track instead of a tightrope, arms reach high. Now take a big breath in, find length, and as you exhale, cactus your arms. Open up your heart. This is going to get into your hip flexor on the left side even more. Engage low belly. Inhale, reach high. As you exhale, half split. Straighten your front leg. Right toes pull back to your shin. Towards your shin. You're not going to touch them. Say hello to your right hamstring here. Acknowledge it. If it hurts, just breathe. It's all good. Now pull your right hip back slightly. Press your left hip forward. This is going to square your hips out. Intensify the stretch a little bit more. So instead of rounding into your spine here, hands to either the mat or block. Flat back and then bend into your elbows if you want to intensify the stretch. Big breath in. Let it go. Inhale, shift forward, low lunge. Plant your hand, left hand down either on the block or the mat. You can keep your back knee down or you can lift. Then inhale your right arm high. Find a twist. Squeeze inner thighs towards each other. Gaze up or down, whatever feels best for your neck. Find length here through your fingertips. Stack your shoulders. With every exhale, open up a little bit more. Big breath in. As you exhale, release your hand down to the mat. Plant both hands, step back into plank. We'll meet in down dog, option for chaturanga or plank to down dog. Again, elbows hug in, knees or toes. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Here's the option for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Again, open mouth exhale if that feels good. Inhale, left leg high. As you exhale, knee to nose, round over your shoulders over wrists, round into your spine. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, lunge, left thumb. Find the block. Fingertips to the mat. Start to move. You can straighten the front leg. Make sure your knees directly over your ankle, though, first and foremost. Notice how your right hip flexor is feeling. One side's usually tighter than the other. Take one more breath in. On your exhale, right knee will drop to the mat. Inhale, low crescent. Reach high. Press your hips forward. Inhale, find length. Exhale, cactus your arms, open up. Whew. Hey, hip flexor. Anyone else or just me? Find your breath. Full breath in. As you exhale, bring your hands to the mat or block. Find half split. Straighten left leg, left toes, flex, pull back towards your shin. Nice flat back. Pull your left hip back, right hip presses forward. Really feel that stretch and lengthening in your hamstring. Stay with the breath here. If this is the one that's tighter, I want you to take even deeper, longer breaths. Don't let it shorten your breath here. Bend your elbows if you need to. Inhale, shift forward, low lunge. Right hand plants. Again, option to lift your back knee. You can keep it down. Inhale, left arm high, find your twist. Gaze up or down. Squeeze inner thighs towards each other. One more full breath in, find length, stack shoulders. As you exhale, release down. This time, step your right foot forward for double leg forward fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Think hips low, arms reach overhead. So we're not sticking our butt out. I want you to tuck Pull your hips forward. So this is going to protect your low back. It's going to engage your core. Weight in your heels. Gaze up slightly. Take a breath in. As you exhale, airplane arms. Palms reach, fingertips reach to the back. Palms face the floor. Squeeze inner thighs together. Weight in your heels. Inhale, chair. Exhale, airplane. One more time. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, airplane to hold. Now squeeze your pinkies towards each other. I want you to fire up your triceps. Think flat back. So we're not rounding here. We're not arching. Engaged in our core. Now option here to lift your heels and come onto your toes. Balance today. Squeeze inner thighs. Squeeze pinkies towards each other. Full breath in. As you exhale, release your heels. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, plank. We'll meet in down dog. Okay, we're going to go through that one more time. A little quicker breath to movement. I want you to take it at your pace. So inhale, right leg high. As you exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lunge, right thumb. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, drop your back knee. Inhale, low crescent. As you exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, reach high. As you exhale, half split, hands to the mat, straighten front leg. Inhale, low lunge. Plant left hand down, back knee stays down or comes up. Inhale, right arm high. Find your twist. Full breath in. As you exhale, release your hand to the mat. Plant your hands, step back, plank. Travel through chaturanga. Or go down to straight to down dog. Elbows hugging, low plank. Make sure shoulders aren't dropping below elbows. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in. Reset. Inhale, left leg high. As you exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step through left thumb. Full breath in. As you exhale, back knee drops. Inhale, low crescent. As you exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, half split, hands to the mat, straighten front leg. Inhale, low lunge. Right hand plants, right knee stays down or comes up. Find your twist. Full breath in. You exhale, release. Breath in, press through your left foot, step your right leg forward, double leg forward, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Sink low. Hips tuck in. Travel back. Breath in. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, chair. Exhale, airplane. Good. One more time. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, airplane. Hold here. Again, option to lift onto your toes. Lift your heels. Squeeze thighs. Belly button in. Full breath in. You exhale, release heels. Inhale, reach high. You exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to mat or your shins. Exhale, fold, step back, plank. Drop your knees, come wide. Big toes touch, knees wide, find child's pose. Grab a drink of water if you need it. Notice how you're feeling. How are we doing out there? Take a couple of deep breaths. Open mouth, exhale. Good. Take a big breath in, come back to tabletop. As you exhale, down dog, lift your hips up and back. Good. Inhale, right leg high. As you exhale, step through to right thumb, find your lunge. Hands can be on your mat or blocks. On your inhale, standing L. You're going to lift your left leg. Flex or point your toes. You want this leg to be engaged to help you with balance. Drive through your heel. Pull right inner thigh towards your left inner thigh. Really squeeze it in. Try to dial your hips down. Take a breath in. Bend into your right knee. Find Shiva squat. Bring left knee behind right calf. It's like a single leg squat. Weight in your heel. Inhale, standing L. Exhale, Shiva squat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, Shiva squat to hold. Squeeze it in. Squeeze by, flex toes. Inhale, standing L. As you exhale, step back, lunge. Inhale, crescent. Arms reach high. No fear about hips width distance. I want you to check on that. Make sure they're not too narrow. You want to have good balance here. Arms reach. Sink lower into that right leg, weight in your heel. Now inhale, look up. Clasp your hands, pointer fingers released. Full breath in as you exhale. Reach your fingertips towards the back. Now you can always drop your back knee here if you want. Squeeze inner thighs. Inhale back to center crescent. Full breath in. Hand out, sink a little deeper. And then inhale, warrior two. You're going to spin open. So take time here to set up your stance. You want heel to heel or heel to arch alignment. Long stance, deep bend in your right knee. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, extended side angle, you're going to reach forward. Tick-tock your arms down. Reach your top arm overhead, or you can reach it up. So if you're reaching forward, bicep frames your ear. Now press your right arm into right inner thigh. Thigh pressing into your arm. Create a twist here, an opening through your inner thigh. Inhale, reverse warrior. Keep the bend in your right knee. This is a side stretch, so square your chest. Big breath in. And out. Cartwheel your hands back down, find the lunge. Okay, back heel comes down to about 45 degrees. On your inhale, warrior one. So square your chest. Your left hip might follow, it might not. Full breath in. As you exhale, clasp your hands at your low back. Inhale, drive your knuckles down. Heart lift. We're going to find humble warrior here, so take a big breath in, and as you exhale, hinge forward. If chest expansion arms are not serving you today, if you're too tight, if this is painful, let it go. But if it's just uncomfortable because you're tight, breathe. Choose life. Breathe into it. We're going to be uncomfortable sometimes in life, so practice being uncomfortable here. Full breath in. As you exhale, release your hand to the mat. Find your lunge, lift your back heel. Inhale, standing L. Left leg lifts. On your inhale, we're going to come into Ekapada Tadasana. So you're going to slowly stand up. You can pause in the middle here, or come on up. So left knee and hip are aligned. Flex your toes. Arms reach overhead. Engage through your core here, shoulders away from your ears. Find something to stare at, like your drishti, your focal point, something that's not moving. Take a breath in. As you exhale, figure four, you're going to bend your right knee, cross your left ankle over your right knee, and sink your hips low. So getting into the outer left hip. Sink a little lower. If you want, you can bring your fingertips to the mat. This will intensify the stretch even more. Even just hinging and bringing your forearms closer to your shin and foot will intensify it. Take a breath in. Hand out, slowly start to rise. Back to Ekapada. Now, option, you can relax, shake out your legs if you need it. But you can stay in Ekapada. Come back to Ekapada if you've taken a quick break. You're going to keep your right arm high. Left hand, and I'll show you from the side. Left hand's going to come down by your side, palm faces out. I want you to grab the inside of your left foot. We're going to find dancer here. So, palm face forward. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, you're going to kick your hand into your foot into your hand and keep kicking. Keep kicking. You're going to reach. So, right arm stays high. Kick and kick. Maybe you're able to see your foot behind your head. That's fine. That's great. Maybe you're not there. Maybe you want to just be here. This is a great place to stay. Good. Breath in. Wherever you're at, just stay there. Find your focal point, your drishti. Breath in. Slowly unwind and release. Shake out your hips. Do a little dance. I think my AirPods officially died. So. Notice how your hips are feeling.
Lift. Exhale, step back plank. As you exhale, travel through chaturanga. Elbows hug in. Again, watch your shoulders. Make sure they're not dropping below your elbows. Inhale, up dog. Press the mat away from you. Shoulders are away from your ears. As you exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg high. As you exhale, step through. Lunge to your left thumb. Inhale, right leg lifts. Dial your right hip down, flex your toes. Big breath in as you exhale, Shiva squat, bend into your left knee. Right knee comes behind your left calf. Inhale, standing L. Exhale, Shiva squat. Good, one more time. Inhale, standing L. Flex your toes. Exhale, Shiva, squeeze, hold it here. Breath in and out. Inhale, standing L. Exhale, step back, lunge. Inhale, rise, crescent. So option, if your low back is feeling tight today and this bothers you, you can bend your back knee. Otherwise, I want this leg strong. Press your right hip forward, pull left back. Arms reach. Knee over ankle. Find a deep bend. Inhale, clasp your hands, look up. Full breath in. As you exhale, heart opener. Trace your fingertips across the ceiling. Breath in and out. Inhale, back to crescent. Sink a little deeper on your exhale, then inhale, warrior two. Good, so take your time. Find that long stance, bend into your left knee. Gaze forward over your front middle finger. Squeeze shoulder blades. Settle in, come back to your breath, press to the pinky toe side edge of your back foot. Big breath in. As you exhale, extend at side angle, reach forward, tick-tock your arms. Again, option here. So one long line from the outer edge of your foot through your fingertips, or you can look up towards the top of your hand. Keeping your left knee bent, inhale, reverse warrior. Big side bend, so make sure you adjust. So your chest is square to the wall. You're creating a side stretch here along your left side, pulling your ribs away from your hip. Big breath in. As you exhale, find your lunge. Plant your hands. Bring your feet about hip width distance, back heel spins down. Inhale, warrior one. So bend into your left knee. hands at your low back. Inhale, drive your knuckles down towards the floor. Hold it here, open up through your chest. Take a big breath in as you exhale, hinge, humble warrior. Ground through both feet here. Full breath in. As you exhale, release your hands to your low back, then to the mat. Lift your back heel, inhale, standing up. Full breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Then inhale, slowly rise, Ekapada Tadasana, right leg lifts. Again, find your stance. If you need to bring your hands to heart center or out to the side, do what you need to here, okay? Flex your toes. Knee in line with your hip. When you're ready, arms can reach high. Big breath in. As you exhale, bend your left knee, cross your right ankle over. I'll turn this way. And sink. So again, your options are, you can stay here. You can bring your hands and forearms closer, or you can bring your hands to the mat. But flex the toes on your right foot to protect your joints. Knees pressing towards the floor. Breath in and out. Inhale, slowly rise back up, Ekapada. Take that break, pause here, shake it out if you need it. Whatever you need here. Flex your toes. Inhale, arms high. Left arm stays up, right hand comes down. Kick your right foot into your right hand. Grab the inner arch of your foot. Full breath in. As you exhale, kick into your hand. Keep kicking, it's going to help you hinge. Keep your arm up. Find that focal point, ground through all four corners of your standing leg. Keep kicking, keep kicking. Full breath in and out. Inhale, rise back up. Release down, shake it out. Woo! Come back to the top of your mat. Inhale, get long and tall. As you exhale, forward fold. Good, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step back, plank. Take one last chaturanga for class, if you're taking them. Again, if you're tired, come onto your knees. It's all good. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Once you arrive in down dog, you can come into child's pose. Once you arrive in child's pose, knees can be wide or narrow. Do what feels best for you. And I want you to notice your breath now. What has changed? Take deep breaths, in and out. Where is your heart rate? If you need open mouth exhales to release any excess heat, do that now. Walk your fingertips closer to the top of the mat. Find a stretch along your shoulders and side bodies. Kind of tent your fingers. And then walk your hands back towards you. Sink your hips to one side. Send your legs long. I want you just to settle in. So walk your feet forward a little bit. I want you to go onto your sits bones here. Toes pull in. On your inhale, lift your hands high. So knees can be bent here. As you exhale, you're going to hinge forward, grab your ankles, big toes. I want you to bend your knees as much as you need to grab your feet. Then you can start to shimmy your heels forward. Settle into your breath here. Bend your elbows to pull your heart closer to your thighs. And then slowly walk your hands up. Bend your knees, shift yourself forward slightly, come onto your back. Walk your feet wide, about as wide as the mat here. And just start to knock your knees in. Switching, essentially windshield wipering, getting into outer hip. Slow it down, bring the soles of your feet together. Knees open wide for butterfly Supta Baddha Konasana. Maybe bring one hand to your heart, one hand back to your belly, and do another check-in. Notice what's changed in the time that you've been focusing on your breath, moving your body. You can start to let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. Now these last couple of minutes, I want you to ask your body what it needs, what it stretches it needs, what shape, any final postures to nourish your body before we go into Shavasana. Take the time to explore anything that you need. So if you need a twist, find that twist. Maybe happy baby, shoulder stand. Give yourself what your body needs right in this moment. And as you're ready, come into Shavasana. And let that be whatever it is that you need today. Whether it's legs up the wall, knees bent. Once you arrive in Shavasana, I want you to start to really let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. To notice if that rhythm has shifted since the beginning of class. To do that body scan again if you did it before class started. Find something to be proud of yourself for. And again, that might be something new, it might be the same thing. Maybe it's the fact that you just chose to move your body. If it feels good to take an open mouth exhale to release. Reset. Every time we stretch beyond our resistance and our fear, we make a choice for life. And every time we choose life, we find that fear loses its grip on us. We all know more than we think we do, and we are stronger than we believe ourselves to be. So remember, as we go through all of the uncertainty, let the fears and resistance come up, and then make a choice for life. Choose to find the gratitude in the situation, even despite all the obstacles and difficulties. Because ultimately, we are stronger than we believe ourselves to be, and we will get through this. We are doing this as a collective, so let's support each other, be with each other, even if it's virtually, like this. I am dedicated to doing what I can for my community through all of this. Start to bring more intention into your breath. Maybe open mouth exhale, reset. Start to bring movement into your body, wiggling your fingers and toes. Taking your time, gently make your way up to seated. It feels good to take some shoulder rolls, neck rolls. Do what you need. Now bring your hand to heart center. Take a bow and appreciation for yourself, for practicing self-care, coming to your mat, even if that was the most difficult thing. Sometimes showing up is the hardest part. Be proud of yourself today. for braving the storm and doing everything you can. The light and love in me honors the light and love in all of you. Have the most beautiful of days. Thank you for being here. I would love to hear how you feel now compared to the start of class.